Welcome back to FasTrax Cars. I'm Kevin Matlo. I got Derek here with an unbelievable 1969 Dart. This car is so custom you won't believe it until you see it. Derek, welcome to my show.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Tell me a little bit about your car.
Well, it started out as a stock 69 Dodge Dart Swinger. Basically, we bought it stock. A friend of mine in Ontario took all of our ideas, and I've always been a Pro Street, like the look of the Pro Street cars.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we cut up a really nice stock looking car and put the biggest tires we could underneath it and pulled the small V8. It started out life with a 273 in it.
Yep.
And pulled that out and we put a 440 in it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
It's a lot of car.
I don't drive it as much as I used to. My wife drives it now that I've got a 2000 Chevy truck I drive, but you know, you get in it once or twice a year and you forget how much fun it is. So
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, it's amazing. We're gonna go through it piece by piece because it's beautiful. I know you've done a lot of work.
Yeah.
So let's start with that. Let's start with the engine. Let's go back to the engine. It's a 440.
Yeah, it's 440. It's mild. It's board 30 over, so I think it's a 446 cubic inch. Put the Edelbrock top end on it. It's got two 600 carbs on top.
Yeah.
Thumper cam, so it's got a really good lumpy cam in it. Yeah. And yeah, when we built it, we wanted 450, 500 horse, and he dropped it right in there. We had it on the dyno. It's just under 5. So
really,
yeah.
And when you changed it over, was it a direct mount? What was there, motor mount issues? What was like?
No, the motor went in easy. The biggest thing was getting the right steering and front end in there. So we went with a Flaming River steering column. Yep. Everything fit there nice. And then we went with the Freak Control suspension rack and pinion up front. So yeah, it drives nice. 4-link in the back. That had to be all cut out, customized, and I only spent 3 weekends actually with him working on it. Really? So, you know, just measuring the tires, measuring for axle size, differential. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I bet. Talking about the rear differential in this, those tires, they come close to the center. They're wide.
Yeah.
Wait to see these tires.
Yeah.
They're wide. What was it like putting that together?
It was fun. You know, I've never done that type of work before in the back end of a car. So basically we used an exhaust tube because it was the same size as the axling. It was a 3-inch. And we spent probably 3 days just measuring. So we got everything cut right. And, you know, they're the biggest we could fit under there. They're 33 by 18 by 15. Yeah. So yeah, they're...
And it just fit.
They just fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much room in between them.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, so...
And the exhaust on here? I heard it.
Yeah, it's 3-inch. I think they're TCI. The headers, don't quote me on that. And basically 3-inch right through, right out the back. We wanted a nice sound, so we didn't put much of a muffler on it. We just put basically a glass pack under there, and just for the sound. Yeah, it turned out nice.
A little bit of resonation, but not...
A little bit.
But not muting it too much.
Yeah.
So it's resonated, so it takes a little bit of that out, but it's not muffled. It's got a good sound, good rumble to it.
Yeah, haven't been pulled over yet. You know, my neighbor's a cop. He said, well, if you do get pulled over, just because they want to look at your car. So I've been lucky that way.
It's loud, but it's not obnoxiously loud. I've heard a lot of cars that they're loud to the point where you know you're going to get pulled over.
Yeah.
I've talked to a couple of guys and they get tickets yearly.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it's too the way you drive. Like, I'm pretty tame with it around the neighborhoods. You know, I like to open it up once in a while, but I think if you're respectful and you know, people, they're not going to pull you over.
You're not flooring it. You're not spinning it. You're not doing crazy stuff with it. That is going to get you in trouble.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So, excellent. And the suspension on here, it's obviously lowered. What do you have for suspension there?
It's the up front. It's the rack and pinion, the coilover shocks. It's low right now. I don't know if you'll see it later, but my oil pan's only about 3 inches off the ground.
Wow.
I've been trying to get a low profile for about 1.5 years. They've been sold out. I finally ordered one, and it'll be here end of July. I've already taken one oil pan out on the Hendy. But yeah, the rear end is totally cut out, welded in the tubes. Again, rack and coil springs in the back. It's all adjustable. The Willwood brake kits on it, front and back. What else can I tell you about the back end there?
And the rear suspension on there. I mean, it's going to be tough to get suspension that's not. How did you do the suspension with those tires?
Well, Sean McLean did most of the work. Like I say, I spent a weekend there with him doing it, just the measuring. And we'll open the trunk up and you can see the tubs he put in there.
Okay.
Basically so just cut out the trunk.
Through the trunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's all underneath, but we had to cut the wheel wells out and weld in the new tubs.
Okay.
A lot of work to get the tires in there, but I didn't want anything smaller. He had one that he did that was basically a twin to this one, and I wanted the same, just a little different color.
Absolutely.
But yeah. So.
And the color on this, what color is this? It's beautiful.
Yeah, originally it was going to be yellow. We were going to do it yellow. And then we were at a car show in Missoula one year in 2008. And it's when they came out with that Viper snakeskin green. Yeah. So we went, that's the color. And we phoned Sean and said, we're not going yellow, we're going Viper snakeskin green.
That's awesome. It looks fantastic. And a big blower on the hood there. Yeah,
we put the 6-pack scoop on it. Again, I like the look. Gets lots of air, and it just suits the car.
Absolutely. And the interior on that, it's amazing. It's beautiful custom interior.
Yeah, I went with auto meter gauges, so we had to cut out half the dash, so we built the dash for it. And again, that Flaming River steering column, we changed it from a column shift to a floor shift. We put the B&M slap shifter in there just because it's, I don't know, I think it's a little cooler and it's a little easier to, go through the gears. And we pulled the bench seat out, put buckets in. And with it being tub, we didn't think we'd fit the rear seat in. We were going to go with the roll cage just because it has that look.
Yeah.
But the rear seat actually fit in it. So it was either the rear seat or the roll cage. And, the wife wanted, if you want to take the kids out in the back, it's like, put the seat in.
Yeah.
So, we went
toss
with
the coin, which one do you want?
Yeah.
Practicality took precedence.
Yeah.
And the seats there, is it all leather?
It's not a real leather. It's got the leather look.
Yeah.
But it's not real leather.
Okay. Yeah. Derek, you've got a beautiful, beautiful car. Thank you so much for talking to me about your car today. I do appreciate your time.
Absolutely. I loved it. Yeah. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
If you're an automotive enthusiast like we are, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you're alerted when new videos go live. We post videos weekly, and this is completely free.